Welcome back to Astrology, Angels, and More. Today is October the 11th, 2023, and this is our Halloween show. We're going to have a Halloween special, and we're going to be talking all about Halloween and talking about witchcraft also. I have a very special guest that's going to be discussing this with me tonight that I'm sure that you will enjoy the show tonight. You know, you can watch our show on Spectrum Channel 79 and on Fios Channel 35 on Sunday nights at 7:30. Plus, it's on other times during the month. And YouTube, all our shows are on YouTube under the show name. So, first of all, this is a very exciting month, October. There's a lot going on. I'm going to be talking to you about 2 eclipses for this month. That's a big deal. But first of all, I wanted to wish Libra a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Libra. Libra is the 7th sign of the zodiac, with Venus, the planet of love, as its ruler. Cream is the lucky color associated with the sign of Libra. Libras are very thoughtful, cooperative, friendly people who value friendship. I have a very close friend of mine who's a Libra. Actually, I have a few friends of mine that are Libras.
My mom was a Libra.
And my guest, who's on the side here that I didn't introduce yet, but I will shortly, she was saying her mother was a Libra also. Libras are beautiful people.
They are.
I've never met a person who was a Libra who isn't a really beautiful person on the outside and the inside. Now, partnership is essential to all Libras. They're very peace-loving people and appreciate the arts. They have excellent taste. Their major downfall, though, is indecisiveness. Oh my goodness, you put 2 Libras together trying to decide what movie to go and see, the night will go by before they figure it out because they have a hard time making up their minds. But Libra's gems are watermelon, tourmaline, and hematite. Now, this month of October, the veil is extremely thin. The veil between the earthly and the heavenly worlds is very thin, making communication with the other side much easier. So if you would like to communicate with any loved ones that have passed, this is really the month to do it, to open yourself up to that and ask them to come, maybe in a dream, or to just come and give you a sign, because the veil is extremely thin. Now, October the 10th, which was yesterday, but this is very important. October the 10th was the 1010 karmic energy portal. And that energy is also continuing on through the 14th. Now, what that had to do with was rebirth in love life and finances. In numerology, the number 10 is related to completion and rebirth. Your past karma is paid, and you're free again to welcome romantic love, and possibly your twin flame or soulmate could enter your life at this time. And that would be in divine order for a higher purpose. Now, also again, about October the 10th, yesterday, something very important happened astrologically. The planet Pluto stationed direct. It has been retrograde since May the 2nd of this year. And there's widespread changes, personally and globally. Unfortunately, globally, as we could see. And our prayers here, everyone at the studio, our prayers are with the ones that have had bad things happen to them. And, you know, I can't even describe the hideousness of what has recently happened in the world. But October the 14th, Libra, the new moon, the solar eclipse on October the 14th. This highlights all our relationships, whether in work, home, neighbors, your love life, and the wider community. Be careful to not exclude someone. Be aware of that. Clinginess will be prominent at this time, though. You'll notice that. So if you have someone who's a little bit clingy in your life, you're going to notice that it's going to be heightened. However, realize you are not responsible for others' insecurities. Be aware of all your surroundings, especially since this eclipse is squaring Pluto. Be sure to not be caught off guard. A lot of energy happening out there in the universe right now. Now, on October the 23rd, the sun will enter Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio. October the 25th, the moon and Neptune will be in Pisces, highly psychic and sensitive time. This whole month, but especially then. Then on October the 28th is the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse. This is a big deal. This full moon shines on practicality and what needs to be addressed for our physical well-being and material security. Be sure to keep balance in emotional needs in your life at the same time as managing what makes you feel secure, such as financially, at home, that can bring peace of mind to you. Peace of mind is very important right now. At this time, be ready to stand your ground over anything that seems vital. Don't allow others to dictate all decisions and actions with the intensity of Mars and the stars at this time. So stand up for yourself. Be your own person. Lucky Jupiter, though, Jupiter's aspects will ultimately bring blessings. And this is a perfect time for meditation while holding a crystal in either one or two hands, since the planet Saturn is transiting through the sign of Pisces and making good aspects to this full moon eclipse. And then, of course, October 31st is Halloween, All Hallows Eve, that we're going to be talking about in a few minutes. But first, I wanted to give everyone their individual horoscope for this month of October. Aries, any differences of opinion will be sorted out and resolved by the time of the Libra solar eclipse on October the 14th. So just keep your cool this month, Aries. It's important. Taurus, this is a time of enormous change for you. Shift your thinking to a more positive outcome, and it will manifest itself by month's end. And this is the time to actually go for it, especially at the end of the month with that full moon. Gemini, matters regarding children and love are prevalent this month. Follow your heartstrings and you will win. Cancer, all you Cancerians or Cancer rising. Cancer, heed the advice of an elder with regards to matters of home and hearth. This is the time to open your home to loved ones and just enjoy this month. Leo, real estate investments are a wise choice for you at this time. You must learn to appreciate independence and trust yourself more. Virgo, money is coming your way, Virgo, this month. Be sure to share your good fortune. It will not be forgotten. You receive cooperation that had not previously been expected. Beautiful Libra, happy birthday again, Libras. It's your month to shine. The new and improved you is shining so gloriously, too. Look for positive partnership changes. Scorpio, you have a change of heart regarding your lover. Give it a little time, and the truth will come to light. In that light will be joy, especially at the end of the month, with the Taurus lunar eclipse. And Sagittarius, all you Sagittarius out there, you are the flavor of the month. Get out there and show the rest of the world how to enjoy life. Each day is a gift. One thing for sure, Sagittarius knows how to have fun. Capricorn, the higher-ups have noticed your hard work and will reward you. Keep up your dedication. Show that dedication and don't give up. Aquarius, your intuition tells you the correct way to go. Listen to your intuition. Actually, for all the signs this month, especially since the veil is so thin, trust your intuition. Listen to your own inner knowing, Aquarius, and others have not walked in your shoes. So, no matter what advice they give you, this is your life, this is your journey, and you have to go by your own intuition and what feels right to you. Pisces. Wow. You must keep balance at this time in your life. It's very, very important. You've made great strides, and it's time now to forge ahead. The stars are shining in your favor. Okay, that's all the signs of the zodiac for the month of October, and some of the highlights, especially the fact there's a lot of energy out there with the fact that Pluto has made that shift and turned around, which is changing a lot of things in many people's lives, and also throughout the world as a whole. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce my guest tonight, Christine Schiavone. Okay, Christine Schiavone. I wasn't sure if I should have used your...
Yeah, well, I'll use both names.
I know you do.
And Shahan.
Yeah, and everybody recognizes you.
That's right.
The host of Spiritual Exploration,
That's right.
the producer.
Which is on Friday night at 10:30, channel 79 on Spectrum, and 35 on Verizon.
Yeah, Fios. Yep. And so, I mean, your show has been running, oh my goodness, how many years now?
My first show was in August of 1999, so that would make it 24 years I've been doing the show.
24 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing, Christine.
Let me tell you, time flies.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it feels like yesterday.
Christine, thank you so much for being the guest tonight, because, you know, we have a lot to share. This is all about Halloween.
Yes.
And some of
my favorite holidays, actually.
Actually, yeah.
Yes,
it's fun.
My parents brought up my sister and I embracing Halloween. My mother would actually make us costumes and everything.
Oh, yeah. Go out trick-or-treating?
Oh, yeah. Except every other year I was sick.
Every other year?
Well, yeah,
how did that happen?
2 or 3 times I remember. I don't know. I mean, I either caught a cold or...
Were you prone to catching colds when you were a kid?
Not really prone to being sick, actually. I wasn't sickly or anything.
Oh.
It just, for some reason, every other Halloween I had to stay in.
Okay. Oh, you were telling me a nice little story about your sister.
Oh, my sister would naturally go out trick-or-treating because she wasn't sick. Why should she stay home? But my mother said to my sister before she left, when you come back, you're going to share your candy with your sister because she can't go out and get any. And my sister was kind enough. When she came back, she would divide up the candy. We would divide up the candy, and we would each get half a word. I guess she must have gone, though. Maybe she went to a few places a couple of times if it was really good.
Was she your little sister, or is she your little sister or big sister?
Well, she's 2 years younger than me.
Oh, so that was very generous of her.
Oh, yeah.
To do.
Absolutely. She was very...
That's very sweet.
We were good sisters growing up. We didn't have any real bad issues or anything like that. I mean, we did what normal children, sibling rivalry and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as to this day, we are on excellent terms. She lives in Ohio. and but we talk every week or so, and
That's wonderful.
oh yeah,
That's
no, we
wonderful.
have a good relationship, which is good.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad,
great.
and my mother is, I'm sure, smiling about that. My parents, they wanted us to always get along.
And you said your mother is Libra.
My mother.
When is her birthday?
September 24th.
Oh, so it passed already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
well,
passed.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I would.
heaven.
Yeah, my father was a Virgo, and my sister's a Virgo, and you know, when my parents or anybody I know who's no longer with us, when their birthday comes around, I'll say happy birthday in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. You know, I got to tell you, when I'm reading the monthly horoscope for everyone, that's really any sun sign. Okay, like say Aries, the sign Aries. It could be a sun sign Aries, or it could be the rising sign Aries.
Right.
Because you should always read your rising sign if you know it from your time of birth.
Well, like
always...
my sun sign is Cancer, and my rising sign is Capricorn.
Yes, that's right.
The exact opposite of the on the zodiac.
Yes, I know. I've looked
Makes
at
me
your
a
chart.
well-rounded person. Right, that's right. Makes me a well-rounded person, I guess.
Yes, very well balanced. And one of the things this month, we all want to be well balanced. Well, especially Pisces, though, this month. But thank you for being so, understanding about that. It takes a little bit of time for me to get through all that information for the astrology.
No, that's no problem at all.
Yeah, but what we're really talking about is Halloween, right?
That's
we have a
right.
beautiful, look at that pretty moon.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the,
that looks like a
right,
Halloween moon, a full
isn't it?
moon.
Nice, yeah. That's
You say
a
it's
nice
going to be
background.
full on
The 28th.
The 28th.
Which then it will still...
Which is the night that everybody's going to be out, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, and you
And
know
their
what happens on...
costumes.
Yeah, and, well, the 28th is the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse. Okay, so it's a lunar eclipse, a full moon.
What time?
But also, I don't know. I don't have it down here.
Oh, okay.
I would have to look.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you could Google it.
Yeah, sure, I'm sure.
Because it's a different time depending on where you are. You know what I mean?
And hopefully Google will get it right.
Yeah, so Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to know the exact time for the moons, then all you have to do is you can Google it. And Eastern Standard Time if you're in New York, or if you're, Pacific Time out in California, whatever.
Will that happen during the day or at night, do you know?
What do you mean?
The eclipse.
Well, you have to see what time of day, but it doesn't matter because the energy of any moon is the day of, 3 days before, 3 days after.
Right.
However, the exact time of an eclipse, and depending on where you are in the world, whether or not you can see it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in New York, you have to see if you're in a place that you could see it. It depends
Right.
on where you're standing on the earth,
The last,
whether you could see it.
The last eclipse we couldn't see. It was on the other side of the
Exactly.
earth. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But these two, so that's all you have to do. I mean, I didn't bring that information with me.
Uh-huh.
Because
So
it
you would have
depends.
me asking you, right?
Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot, Chris. Okay. And how many years have you been doing TV?
Yeah,
okay.
right.
That's okay. But lots of times I do have the exact time, especially if it's one that we can see from
Right.
where we are
Yes.
locally.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Well, let me know if we can see it from here.
well, I could text you.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
let
right.
you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can actually just Google it and see what time. But the thing is that we were talking about, it's pretty cool that there's going to be this full moon going on for Halloween.
Right.
Because the 31st is 3 days after. You're still going to see that big, beautiful
Exactly.
full moon.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
wonderful. And the energy of that. But I myself have noticed, I mean, there's been a lot. I've had a lot of communication. Well, I do that for a living anyway, as you know.
Sure.
I'm a medium. But it's been very intense so far this month. A lot of communication, not just in my readings, but in my own personal life. I've noticed. Yeah, actually, to the point of, like the lights going on and off and things like that with someone that
I'll have to tell you later about an experience I had with the lights going on and off.
So if you get something like that, or they show up in all different ways, maybe a little breeze goes by and all the windows are closed, whatever. But in reference to Halloween, though, you and I were talking before the show about that there's a lot of misgivings about Halloween and about witchcraft.
That's right. Yes, there is.
About witchcraft itself. Such as, how witches they wear black. But the only reason that they're wearing black is because that's actually the presence of all color.
Ah.
Yeah. So that which is really, it absorbs all the light information. And that's why. And I happen to be wearing black tonight. I mean, I wear black a lot. You wear black.
Of
we
course
all wear
I do.
black, but I wear other colors too.
Me too, yes.
But black, it does truly, you think because it's black that it's not, it's absorbing the light, but therefore making it easier for you to absorb information. Like an empath, you're an empath, you feel everything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? How you feel everything. But when you're wearing black, you can feel it even more. That's my point. So, and then we were talking about wands before. Remember we were talking about wands?
Yes, it's funny you should bring up wands. I have two in particular. One is about this big. A friend made for me. I picked out. I went to what you might term as a witch shop, and picked out a whole bunch of different stones according to what my needs were. You want this, you want that, you need this, you need that, and the person put all the stones on this long wand, of stick actually we found in the woods, and I have it hanging on a wall. And then there was another one that
How long is it?
It's about this long. It's got to be 4 feet long.
Really? That's pretty big. That's
pretty big. Oh yeah, you'd have to hold it with 2 hands like this. Anyway, though,
because like I have in my office a few very short wands that are used for healing. When you're a Reiki master, you know what I'm talking
That's
about.
right.
Okay?
Yes.
And they have crystals, and you can rub it on the body and use for healing. And really, the truth of the matter is, there's scientific reasons behind everything with witchcraft, and people don't understand it.
Don't forget that these crystals and stones grow.
Thank you.
They come out of the earth, so they actually grow like a plant.
Yeah, I mean, just because, look, there's black magic also that you have to be very careful
there are
of.
people that work on the dark side, yes.
But I mean, when you talk about even the healing that we do,
that's right.
It's a manifestation, the healing.
Yes.
And isn't that magic?
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay. So there's different kinds of magic.
When I took the Reiki class, Reiki 3, they called it magic. Okay, Reiki 4 was the master. Mm-hmm. All right, but Reiki 3, they said, and they gave us symbols that they said were magic.
Yeah, exactly. But those are Oriental, they're Japanese that you're talking about, the Japanese symbols that empowered
the
even
Reiki symbols.
Right, but as Reiki masters, we're not allowed to actually say them, okay,
no,
because it's secret. And the reason it's secret is to empower it.
Online
they
can find
but
them.
That's
somebody
that
puts
it's
them out there.
Disrespectful.
That's right.
It really is.
It
so
is. Especially if you're not attuned.
Exactly. Well, actually, it does. Someone who's not attuned, okay, to Reiki by a Reiki master, seeing those symbols, hearing those names, anything, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything
with it,
because the process is that it has to be handed down from the Reiki master.
That's right.
But It's so yeah. So now you're even saying they called it magic. That doesn't mean that they were saying you were a witch,
That's right.
right?
They weren't. No, they
Or
weren't.
that you were
The
doing
word
black
witch
magic.
the word witch never came up.
No, because Reiki means actually God, the energy of God, God's energy. You know,
Oh yeah.
Rei is
Well,
God in
all
Japanese,
healing.
and Ki is
Yes.
the energy, like
Right.
Chi.
Well, all healing that is meant to bring someone into better health is good. It's not black magic. It's not any kind of
No,
magic.
but you
It's
have to be careful not to get involved with.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course. Well,
those
yes,
negative.
you have to put up protection around yourself.
Hmm.
Always, protect yourself from, and in order to do that, what you do is you just do. Anybody can do it. You stand in front of a mirror and imagine bright white light all
Hmm.
around you, and that is the white light of protection. And if you want to make it even stronger, cover that with purple light.
The violet, you're saying,
Violet,
that beautiful
yes.
violet.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a shade of violet. Yeah,
Yes.
not the dark purple. It's
No, not
that
dark.
beautiful
No, no.
violet.
Yes,
Well,
right.
that is the color of Reiki, and the white is, I'm a holy fire Reiki master, and the holy fire is actually the Holy Spirit. So that's who I work with. I work with the Holy Spirit, but all Reiki is through God because
That's right.
it's God's energy
That's right.
that's just coming
Well,
through
yes.
you.
Well, it's for the highest good.
Absolutely.
And the highest good would be coming from God.
Well, so then in reference to the wands, because really the only reason that, okay, we're going to use the term witch, okay, or witch in witchcraft, that a wand is used, it's only really for healing and directing energy.
Yes.
And when you have a wand, what you're doing is it's an extension of your energy and directing the energy or rubbing the energy with a small wand, okay?
Yes.
But like your large wand that you have, you said 4 feet?
At least.
Wow.
Well, it was.
That's some
You see,
powerful stuff.
I had a friend, and he wanted to make it for me, so we went. It was funny because we had to go and get the stick in the woods because that's where it grew. And the funny part was, I think he went there before, picked out the stick, leaned it up against a tree, and then we went to supposedly look for a stick. So, and he's saying,
This is funny.
go over there by that tree. I said, what tree? There's a million trees here.
Oh.
So finally, I go around this other tree and I see the stick leaning on, like it was put there. So I said, I found one. But anyway, though, so he took it and he decorated it.
Yeah, but with the crystals, because crystals
That's
are
right.
energy.
That's right.
Healing energy.
Right. I mean,
Right.
I'm sure I put a rose quartz crystal,
Yeah.
a clear crystal.
Which all do different things.
Yes, a hematite crystal for
Yeah.
focus, for all different things. That's right.
I remember when you had originally gotten that wand, when you had made it or he
I'll take
helped
a
you make
picture
it.
of it and send it
Yeah,
to
I want to
you.
see that because I remember you talking to me about that a few years ago.
Yes.
And you told me that you also went under the full moon and energized
That's
it.
right.
Yeah,
That's
see,
right.
I remember
Down
Chris.
by the beach.
Yeah, there you go. So you had the water going and the energy of
That's
the
right.
moon. And let me tell you something, that is the best place to be if you want for
Lot of energy.
to bring in powerful energy, to restore yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or to release anything that you need to release.
Right. Yes.
And just completely give it away. Give it out to the waters,
That's it.
It's pretty funny because a friend of mine and I were talking about that the other day about how we release things personally ourselves, and neither one of us even knew that we both had done it the same way.
Wow.
blowing in a stone or a shell and throwing it, all those feelings, you just blow it in a stone or a shell, and then you just take it and you throw it as far out into the water as you can. That is a tremendous way to release anything negative in your
Give
life.
that a try.
Yeah, yeah. And then bring in all that beautiful energy from the water, and then especially if you're under a full moon, drawing down the energy of the moon, into you. And it's called drawing down the moon. Actually, there was a old book written a long time ago called Drawing Down the Moon, but that's what that is. You're taking all that energy. That's very, very powerful. So especially at the end of this month, when we're dealing with that eclipse and that full moon, that's a very powerful time for that.
I should start taking the wand outside and...
Yes, especially this month.
I'm going to do that.
Oh my gosh, please, on the 28th.
Yes.
Okay? Even if you can't do it on the 28th, a couple of days before, a couple of days after,
Well, 28th is a Saturday. I should be able to get out there with
But
that.
really what witchcraft is, and it isn't, it's just misunderstandings. And I am not saying that, witchcraft is good. What I'm saying is really all it really is a science when you really get down to it.
It's kind of a religion.
But some people, the Wiccan religion.
Right, the Wiccan religion.
Right.
I mean, I have known witches over the years and found them to be decent people by and large. They're not into, sacrificing anything alive like an animal or a human being. Oh, my gosh. They're not into all that kind of...
Stay far away.
That's right. I mean, they usually, the Wiccans usually don't work on the dark side. They work on the light side.
Yeah, because of the threefold rule. They're afraid that if they send something out that's negative, they're going to get it back threefold.
Even if not more.
Yeah.
Definitely multiplied.
Yeah. Well, that's in life, though.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It isn't
right.
just for witches.
What you do comes back
for
to
you. Me.
That's right.
It's called karma.
Karma. That's right.
Whatever you send out to the universe, you get back.
And whatever you do to another person, you get back.
Yes.
Or an animal. And if you are cruel to anybody or anything, you will get it back, and you will feel the pain that you have caused multiplied. And that is a promise from God.
Well, that's something that really is going on in the world right now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
My prayers are with those poor people.
I feel bad.
Oh, my God.
I feel bad for people who are suffering. I do.
Yes. All
Anybody,
people that are suffering. All people that are suffering.
All people and animals that are suffering. My heart goes out to all of them because they, God didn't put us here to suffer. And those that are suffering are usually suffering at the hands of others. Otherwise, they wouldn't really have any reason to suffer.
That's true. You know that? You just made a very good point.
Yeah. Because suffering is caused by others, and doesn't just happen. All right, somebody dies, and you're sad and you suffer, yes, and things like that. But there are people that are causing the suffering of other people and animals, and they're all going to pay.
That's how it is. That's what happens. There's no escaping that.
There's no escaping that, is right.
No
and
escaping
so,
that.
If you have any idea of hurting anything or anybody, give it some thought. Think it through, because what you're gonna do to somebody else is what you're gonna do to yourself.
Well, so the other thing is that the biggest thing about this month, like we were talking about before, is how thin the veil is, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's really what Halloween is all about, to connect with the souls on the other side. That's really what it's about.
Absolutely.
Just like in the Catholic religion, as you know, and you and I are both raised Catholic.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
All Souls Day.
All Souls Day and
is the day after. Go ahead.
Is
the first.
The first is All Saints Day, I think, isn't it? And then the second is All Souls Day.
I'm not sure. But I always knew that it was right around
Those 2
Halloween.
days is All Souls
Yeah.
Day and All Saints Day.
Yeah. And go ahead. What
And,
were
well,
you going to
and
say?
Saints are souls too.
Yeah, right. So, but the thing is, it's connecting with the souls of our loved ones that have passed.
That's right.
And that's actually what, if you are part of the Wiccan religion, you're looking at Halloween.
Yes. Well, yeah, they said the Wiccan religion is mostly a religion based on nature.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's and they like to go out and hug trees and stuff like that, and do stuff out in nature.
Right.
And I do believe that if you're going to do something that you want to put out into the universe, if you go outside into nature to do it, it goes into the universe better, I think, than if you did it in your living room.
I agree, because you connect.
Yeah, exactly.
You're connecting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And because we are part of nature. And
That's
so
right.
there's that connection there. And, there's nothing like, of course, you have to be careful where you would do this, but a walk in the woods. That can clear anything and everything for you.
As long as you don't run into Bigfoot or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying, except wherever you're going to go.
Gotta be
or
careful.
Going to the ocean, or going up in the mountains. The shamans believe very strongly that's where God is. That's where the energies of the higher beings is in the mountains. And you brought up Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And where's Bigfoot? Where's he been spotted? In the mountains,
in the mountains,
right?
Yeah, in the woods.
Yeah. And there's some what is that, by Mount Shasta? Christine, did you hear? You know about that?
No.
Where the Native American people have reported for, it's down in their history for eons, how the mountain opens,
Oh, yeah?
and the gods come out. Yeah, and about different ships people have seen coming in and out of the mountain.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
whether
tough.
it's a portal or whatever. That's a place I've always wanted to go. I've never been to Mount Shasta.
Really? Do you know that Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park is sitting on? They just discovered that it is sitting on top of a volcano that if it erupts could destroy the entire Earth.
No, I did not know that.
I just learned that recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Yellowstone, the Old Faithful. And when I was a kid, my
Wow.
parents used to take my sister and I on road trips. And we went on a road trip to California when I was a kid. And we went through Yellowstone National Park, and we saw Old Faithful. We were standing right there when it goes up every few minutes. And, so we saw it.
Yeah. But so how do they know this?
I don't know, somehow or other, because of new ways and new modern ways of detecting things and seeing things, and they just discovered that.
Well, the whole thing is that if you really look at witchcraft and look at it scientifically, there is a science behind it all, because it's all manifestation.
I'm sure.
Just like a witch views a spell, okay, I hate using that word, but you can equate that to our prayers.
Oh, yes,
Do you understand what I'm
absolutely.
saying? But
Well,
that
it
doesn't
is.
mean that it's okay to go and do spells on people
And try to change anything.
to take away their own free will.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do that. You can't do that, because that will really come back at
Well,
you
you can
tremendously.
ask that a person has a certain opinion, but only if it's in their free will
In their best interest.
and in their best interest.
Yeah, it has to be the good of all.
That's right.
And that's what's really, really important. But the practices, the ancient practices of witchcraft, go all the way back. They're really the Hermetic principles, which are scientific principles back to Hermes, and that's way, 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 way back. So that's really all it is an ancient religion.
Well,
But
yeah,
unfortunately, some people have taken it and turned it into some very
Bad
evil
things,
kind of things.
yes.
But when you think about it, okay, it's because those people have themselves a black heart, an evil heart, that they are manifesting evil
You
from
want to hear
themselves,
something that you might not
spewing
be
it.
aware of?
Disgusting.
There's a lot of kids coming up today that are doing devil worship and things like that.
Yeah,
And you know why?
See, that's the difference.
You know
Devil.
why? They think that if they go with the devil instead of God, that when it's their time to leave this realm, it's a big party down there and they're going to have a ball. Well, are they in for a big surprise?
Yeah, I know.
They think they're going to party. They think that it's a wonderful thing and everything, all this evil stuff is fun.
You know, that does concern me.
Does too, because
It really does.
It's the parents that are bringing up these children and the teachers, and why are these kids walking around thinking that they can do bad things to animals and other people?
The whole thing is we have to love each other and take care of each other, and that also includes animals.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Well,
Animals have feelings.
They do.
So many people think that they have no feelings.
I
They
know.
have personalities,
Anybody-
individual personalities. They grieve
Anybody
for
who
their
thinks
loved
an animal
ones.
doesn't have feelings is the one that doesn't have feelings.
Yes, I
All right?
agree.
If you think an animal doesn't have feelings and can't understand, then you're the one that is stupid. You're the one that is out of touch. Because animals do have feelings, and they, and when you hurt an animal, my mother used to always say, and she didn't have to tell me, because I am the kindest person to animals, because I always love them all. Okay, but my mother would say, never be cruel to an animal, because if you're cruel to one of God's creatures, God will get you.
Well, the Native American people believe that you are greeted by all the animals that you have ever had any contact with
I hope
in
so.
this life, and whether it be for the good or whether it be for the bad. And you have to face that. You see?
Good, they should.
And, the Rainbow Bridge
That's
of
right.
all our
When you are your
sweethearts
pets,
that have
all our pets
passed, yes,
Yes.
waiting for us.
waiting for us
Right.
at the Rainbow Bridge.
Well, I believe in also pet reincarnation. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But the ones that don't reincarnate, yeah, they're waiting,
They're waiting
right
at the
there.
bridge.
They're waiting right
I
there.
have quite a few going to be waiting for me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. But any animal that you come in contact with, like say that you go horseback riding and that you had the contact with that horse, that interaction with that horse. Now, whether you were nice to that horse or you were not nice to the horse, okay, you're going to deal with that
That's
when
right.
you leave this earth.
That's right.
Okay, it's really, really the truth.
That is, you're
But,
right.
I also know, and I hate to change the subject around a little bit, but I have to bring this up because it's really quite important.
Okay.
The month of October is also the month of October also is the month honoring the guardian angels.
Ah.
The angels. Yes, a lot of people are unaware of that. But October is set aside to honor our guardian angels, all the angels. I know how much you love angels.
Love them, absolutely. I talk to them. A day doesn't go by where I don't talk to them, especially if I see a number somewhere on a license plate, on a clock, that's 3 or 4 of the same number. That tells you that angels are about.
You're absolutely right.
And when I see
and they're
that,
giving you messages.
and when I see that, I always say, "Hey, angels, how you doing?"
I know. Hey, angels. Okay. I love the angels, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
And you should talk to your angels. You should always talk to your angels. They're
If
waiting for you to
want
talk.
something from an angel, don't sit there and say, "Well, my angels know what I want or what I need."
No.
You gotta ask them.
Thank you, Chris.
have to open your mouth and say, "Listen, dear angels, this is what I need," whether it be something personal or something outside of you, whether it be something for somebody else. But you got to ask. You can't just say the angels are, oh, they should know what I need. They should know what my friends need. No. They may know, but they cannot act on it unless you ask.
That's right. And every angel has a different job that was assigned
That's right.
by God.
Yes.
You know, one does one thing, one does another. You know, we've talked about this so many times. You and I together on your show,
Right.
on this show, on God's Way show. I mean, we've talked about this so many times about the angels. But this is a month. This is the month to honor your angels. And because the veil is so thin, this is a great month if you have never been in contact with your guardian angel to ask your guardian angel, please be with me now. Show me now. Give me a message now. This is a great month of any communication on the other side. You know, it's also a very good month to any work that needs to be done that was ancestral, that has followed through in your family. You know what I mean? Like some families have different situations, hardships and things that has followed through generation to generation to generation.
Like they have a curse or something?
Well, well, no, I wasn't talking about
Because
that.
if something's going from generation to generation, then there might be somebody put something on them years before.
Well, I mean, sometimes there's abuse that carries from generation to generation
Well, yes,
to generation,
that's true, yes.
and trauma
Yeah.
that you know can cause emotional trauma within a person. Lots of times a person doesn't even realize where the origin of that is, and it could be generational, it could be ancestral.
Yeah.
So, you know, to trace it back. And if you are able to do that and release that, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're also doing it for all the generations after you.
Yeah, for posterity, yes.
Yeah, no, yeah. See what I, yeah, thank you. Good word, Chris. Okay, that was good.
At one time, there was a bunch of soda bottle caps in a little ashtray or something in my house.
Yeah.
My cousins were over. I don't know why my father put these things there like that, but he did. And my cousin, we were looking at it, and we said, wonder why he saved those things. What did he save them for? And my cousin turns around and says, posterity.
I
So
like
said,
that word.
At the time,
I really love that
went
word.
to look it up, and it said
Yeah.
future generations, and I thought it
Yeah.
was hysterical.
the things we remember.
Yeah, it's
right?
true. Little snippets from here and there.
My goodness, you know. But yeah, well, it is. It's posterity. This is very, very important because also families have from generation to generation a maybe a very depressive way of looking at the world, and it carries because
Sure.
children learn
From their
from their
parents.
parents.
That's right.
And where did their parents learn it from?
Their parents.
Right? Or maybe there's addiction that has gone through generation to generation to generation. But this is also a very good month for that because of the veil being so thin that we can connect with our ancestors.
I'm gonna go and talk to my spirit guide that I talked to and ask if the spirit guide can connect me with people. Probably can.
Oh, of course. Well,
Bring in and you know it won't bring in anything bad, only good. And so I'm gonna kind of talk to my mother and stuff like that.
well, you can go into a very quiet meditation yourself even.
Transcendental, I do sometimes.
Thank you. Do you?
Yeah.
And connect. And this is the month that a lot of people I've been hearing so far, and this is only the 11th, a lot of people have reported to me that they've had dreams of loved ones that have passed, okay, because the veil is so thin. And it's only going to get thinner and thinner and thinner
Till
and
Halloween.
thinner. Yeah.
It's the thinnest on Halloween.
Yes, it
Yeah.
really is. You know, that is the truth.
Yes.
And, you know, everything, it's all science behind all of this. Even what we're talking about the energy, the veil thinning, that's scientific, because what that is energies. Everything is energy. Your energy, I'm energy.
This table is
energy.
energy. That angel is everything is energy.
Right.
Everything.
So right now, for this month, the way the energies are in the universe, they're kind of like coming together and kind of like colliding in a way that we're able to communicate with the other side so easily, and also able to communicate with our pets or the animal kingdom so beautifully. You know
what? Speaking of pets in the animal kingdom, and all
because
that,
they're telepathic. Oh my goodness.
absolutely. But sometimes I'm laying in bed and I really feel like one or more of them has gotten onto the bed with me, and sometimes I feel like one was like laying down and leaning on my leg or something, and I think it's the cat, and I go look and it's not. There's nothing there, but I feel it.
Well, also it could be one of your past pets.
Exactly, that's what I feel it is.
I was just talking about that. What was that? Yesterday, sitting at lunch, and one of my, I've had several pets, as you. That
Quite a
have
few,
passed,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
And I was sitting at the kitchen table the other day, and now I have two little Maltese at
That's
home.
right,
I have
they're
my
so
little
cute.
babies,
Yes.
Ariel and Tiffany.
They are cute.
And
Are they related?
they're twins.
Oh, they're twins.
Yes,
How
they're
cute.
twins.
Twin girls?
Two twin girls.
Oh, how cute they are.
Yes.
I know, I've seen their pictures.
Yeah, oh my God, I adore them, you know.
I'm sure you do.
I adore them.
I just love to see people that adore their pets and take
Oh.
good care. When I see somebody with a little pet stroller and they're pushing it.
That's my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, her little Havanese, Riley. Oh my God, it's adorable.
Probably spoiled, right?
Absolutely adorable. She's a little girl, and she's black and white, but up here on her face is all black, but right here her eyebrows are white. They're perfectly shaped.
Wow.
Oh, I am not kidding you. I mean, talk about being photogenic. But anyway, so I'm sitting at the kitchen table, I'm eating my dinner, and I could feel, I looked down. I thought it was Ariel coming over, maybe hoping that a crumb would drop or something.
Yeah,
you know what I
dog
mean?
wishes.
But no, Ariel was on the other side, and Tiffany, they were in their
And you
beds.
felt one of your former pets
come
come
that
and rub
happens.
up against you. Yes, I know, and I feel it when I'm laying in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, how, just imagine how you would notice if the pet got onto your bed and you could feel.
Wow. That's what's happening to you.
Yes.
I really believe that's happening
Oh
to
yeah,
you.
well, I've had lots
Yeah.
and lots. I mean, at one point we had an organization. So how many animals did we take care of? I had 13 dogs in my house at one time.
Wow.
Most
I've ever had in my house is 5.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, 3 that lived with me, but 5 was the most.
Yeah.
But you had 13 that were pets that lived in your
yeah.
house?
They originally were up for adoption, and whenever I thought I had one to go to a good home, another one would come up. Somebody would call, I got an emergency, and this dog's got to go somewhere, blah, blah, blah.
Christine, 13.
Yeah.
In the house?
In the house.
Wow.
And Frank lived upstairs, and when he would go upstairs to go to sleep at night, he would take 5 of them with him.
5?
5 would go upstairs and sleep with him.
Really?
Yes.
I never knew that about you. You never told me that.
That I had
And I've
13 dogs at
Yeah,
once?
and I had been at your house several
Well, it
years
was so
ago.
long ago, it doesn't really come up anymore.
Oh my goodness
It was so
gracious.
long ago.
How did you pet them all?
It was well, they all got attention.
I know,
and
but
they had a giant fenced-in yard.
there you go.
I would open the door.
There
They
you
would
go.
all go running into the yard to take care of their business or go play or whatever they were
There
doing.
you go.
And it was a huge yard. And then when the people next door bought the house from my sister and it got sliced down to a third of the size. You would even see a bunch of depressed dogs because they didn't have as much space, but they
Aw.
still had a very large yard
Yeah.
to play
cute
in and
to
be
us.
in and go in.
Wow.
But yeah, they were.
Good for you. And
And-
every one of them was loved, huh?
And every
I
one
know
of them
you.
was loved, and every one of them stayed with me until the bitter end. I told them, I said, don't you guys worry, you got a home until the bitter end, and that's exactly how it went.
Absolutely.
Every last one of them stayed with me until it was their time.
God bless you, Christine.
Oh, thank you.
God
Thank
bless you. Seriously. That's wonderful. I never knew that about you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm the biggest animal lover going. I'm the biggest dog lover, actually, and I love cats, too.
But, you know, that's the whole thing. That's why, you know, we're talking about this, is because even this month, it isn't just your ancestors and your loved ones that have passed. It's also your pets. Realize the veil is thin.
That's
They're
right.
there with you.
Yep.
So, anyway, Brian is telling us that we have to wrap it up pretty soon. Oh,
Wow,
now
time
we have
flies.
to wrap
This
it
was
up.
a nice conversation.
It really was for Halloween.
That's right, that's
for
right.
Halloween. So anyway, Christine, I'd like to wish you a very happy Halloween
Well,
coming
thank
up.
you, yeah.
Okay, and I want to wish everyone out there a beautiful holiday, a beautiful happy Halloween. And
Hope the weather holds out.
Oh yeah, me too, especially for the kids. You
Well,
know
yeah,
what I
'cause
mean?
we'll be outside.
That's-
We grill hot dogs and give them out to the kids, and the parents are so happy because they don't have to cook.
You really do that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What an amazing woman Christine is.
Well, it's not really
Proud to
just
call her
me. It's my
friend.
neighbors, too. We all get together
Okay.
and do this.
Well, anyway, so I want to wish you all a lot of beautiful blessings. And of course, our prayers are for the other side of the world right now and all the people that in any way have been harmed.
Let's send out minions of angels to go and help these people. This is what we're
Amen.
doing.
Amen.
We're asking the angels, please go and help these people that are in need. Thank you
Yes,
very
and
much.
protect them. And let's send some beautiful Reiki blessings
Okay.
right now,
Yes.
okay, to the situation and to our audience out there. Many, 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 many bright blessings. Many bright blessings. Healing blessings. God bless.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you. Good night.